you are the mistress to Shirley Strawberry's husband, Ernesto.
We would talk every day for like 5 minutes, like a breakfast call. I was a friend, and just a friend. We just talked about everything. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes a day, whatever. I was just a friend.
Girl, if I found out,
I'm sure.
as a wife,
But you know what? If you was
speaking to my husband,
if I was fat and busted, would they care?
Now, there's been calls that have been all over the internet, okay, that have not only exposed Shirley, the husband, you, and Steve Harvey, and Marjorie Harvey. There's been a lot of these calls circulating. Now, surprising, let me read this article, okay, because I just want to read a portion of this article. Now, Shirley Strawberry's estranged husband is incarcerated at the Atlanta Fulton County Jail on gun possession, theft,
back up,
fraud. Hold on. No, I just want to read the article. That's why you're here.
Okay,
That's why
go
you're
ahead.
here. So, on gun possession, theft, fraud, child pornography charges, as per the Jasmine brand. Now, according to Sandra Rose, Williams is serving a 23-month prison sentence. You have very intimate phone calls with this woman's husband, and you're claiming that y'all have never slept together, and you only had 5-minute conversations of him waking up and saying good morning to you.
That's Nesto calling me.
That's Nesto calling you. Okay, go ahead and answer.
An inmate at the Cobb County Adult Detention Facility. To accept this call, press 0.
Ernesto, it's Tasha K. How you doing?
That's what you're dealing with right now. And I put that shit on every fucking post that I ever had on Instagram. I understand it. I took all that shit, all everything I said, twist it to make fun. I don't fuck about that shit. They gonna see God come true today. As you speak, I don't give a damn if Steve don't like you. They ain't got nothing to do with me. You here to deliver a motherfucking message. And I want to see you do your motherfucking job.
Steve Harvey made her get up and address the things that she spoke with her husband about in terms of his marriage and what's going on with him and Marjorie and her not being at the house and she's never been to his house and, you know, a lot of stuff. And
that was one phone call when he was just asking her how her day was. And she was just, when a person's in jail, especially
lonely, and I just want to meet a good man. Where are they? Relationship question. Tasha, I guess she doesn't want to be anonymous. My name is Queenie. I had a traumatic life all my life, and I'm worried maybe this is just what life is going to be for me. I'm 50 years old, and I've never been in a real loving relationship with a man before. I have no children. I'm not sexually attracted to women, or I may have been desperate enough to switch teams a long time ago. I have family members who seem to disrespect me because I'm single and childless, even though they are fully aware that I was through very traumatic experiences, to include somebody taking her vagina. In the past, I've taken responsibility. Hold on. I've taken responsibility and accountability by seeking healing, but I just can't seem to find good men who aren't abusive, disrespectful, or just want to use me for sex, which I ain't giving it up casually. At 50 years old, they doing that? Not 50-year-old men. My heart is broken. I pray I'll have faith. I'll meet my match one day, but how do I fight this loneliness that hurts so much? You 50, and I don't know what type of 50 you are. I don't know if you like, a young, trendy 50, or if you kind of an old school 50. You already got a plastic tablecloth on your kitchen table, and you got the kitchen table sitting in the corner, so only 2 chairs fit on the table, even though it's supposed to be 4 chairs. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that you said that you sought healing. I hope that you've gone through therapy. But it sounds like you're kind of asexual, though. And I mean, that's what it's given. If for you to go that long and not connect with anybody, and then when you do connect, you seem to connect with the same type of person. Either you did not get the right therapy, or 2, you may be asexual. Okay. Because I say this, it's kind of like, it's sort of like, for 10 years of your life, you've been working this particular job. Let's just say you were a secretary. Now you got to learn to be a manager. You got to train to be a manager. You can't be a manager in a manager position having a secretary mind frame. So which means your entire mind has to change, and how you interact, the type of men you meet, the type of conversations you have, where you're meeting these men, the things that you're bringing up, because if you're bringing up the trauma, they can kind of easily see that, especially if they have bad intentions, that it may be you may be an easy target. That's how a lot of people end up trafficking women and stuff, because they prey on the vulnerability of them just wanting to be loved and accepted, make them fall in love, and then they switch it on them. You have to now get out of the trauma bond mind frame and take yourself from being a victim, because this is a victim mind frame, okay, into being a survivor, and you're now empowered, and you're taking your life back. And all that stuff that happened to you in the past is the past, and you're here now, and you're ready to do things differently. What happened to you was out of your control, but now you're in control, which means you call the shots. But you don't have to be lonely. You just got to be very specific on how you go about seeking men and what to look for in men. So you have to start reading books, not Steve Harvey books, okay? But you have to start reading books on character building, doing things that you like to do, find hobbies. And as you're finding hobbies, like I go bike riding, right? There's bike riding groups out here, in Fort Lauderdale and stuff like that. And they ride at night. I'm meeting people down there, riding bikes. You have to put yourself out there, but put yourself out there as a survivor and not a victim, because people will start to feel sorry for you. They'll connect with that trauma. You're going to think they're providing a safe space for you, only for them to turn around and abuse you and weaponize it against you. Okay. So you got to be careful about that. So you need another level of therapy added, okay, to your therapy, so that you can move on. All right, remember, write in. Okay, we're going to read one more real quick, then we're going to go back to the video questions. All right. Okay, happy hour. Hi, Tasha. This one just came in. Okay, so you got lucky, because I don't feel like going to the past ones, right? But we're going to read the past ones, I promise you. Okay. Hey, Tasha. So my question is, should I tell my sister that I slept with her baby father? We're going to get some sound effects. Should I tell my sister that I slept with her baby father? Basically, we always had a sibling rivalry. I can't even say the word. Beef. Thanks to my mom and colorism. Don't you bring your mama in this. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. We are both dark skinned, but she's darker than me. There's a lot going on here. Hold on for a second. I'm going to have to whoop your ass from this. Okay. We're both dark skinned and she's darker than me. I'm a little lighter than you, and she's a little darker than you. This is just, I feel utterly like my vibration just, I grew up feeling like she was always jealous of me and the attention I received, because she would always say, you aren't pretty, you're just light skinned, which I'm not at all. We frequently argue when we get together. In this particular argument, she was calling me all types of hoes, and I said I will sleep with anybody's man, which is not true. Didn't you just say you fucked your sister's man? Out of all the men in the world you could have fucked, you fucked your sister's man. And then when your sister call you out because she knows your insecure ass, you want to try to flip it on her and your mama. You're a fucking sociopath. That's what this is. Like, and I know you're in the chat watching. I know you're looking. I'm going to be honest with you right now. The fact that you even got a color line between two dark-skinned women. It's like, this the gun line, boss. This the color line. What that? Please tell me you playing. I grew up feeling like she was always jealous of me and the attention I received, because she would always say, you aren't pretty. You just light skinned, which I'm not at all. We frequently argue. We get together. Okay. All right. She said she was calling me all types of hoes and said I will sleep with anybody's man, which is not true. I've done a few thotty things, but not more than the average person. What's average? I know a few thoughts that ain't never fucked their sister's man. How about that? I know a few hoes myself that I can call that won't even look at my husband because they have levels to the wholeness. Now, She remind me of Cousin Faith. Cousin Faith. Okay. All right. Now, anyway, I responded with okay, and you lucky I don't sleep with yours. She replied, because you couldn't and he would never. I was like, okay, we'll see. And within the next month, I slept with him 3 times. I didn't want him for myself. I just wanted to prove that I could, which wasn't a flex at all, but I was young and angry, which led to me being a vindictive person. I was going through a lot at the time and just wanted to hurt her. I'm now married and I've never told my husband this, but with the holidays coming up, we may be around each other. And my question is if I should tell her or should I just forget about it? She's still with the baby daddy, by the way. You a vindictive bitch. So you want to tell her for the holidays? You still ain't told me how your mama was responsible for you being colorist towards your sister and y'all both dark skinned. What I think is happening here is that, you have 2 sisters, right? And they fight. One sister happens to have some underlying issues that no one can grasp. Only a parent should pay attention. And I feel like you've been competing with your sister. That's why you mentioned I'm a little lighter. She said we're both dark skinned, but she's darker than me. You're saying that your sister is darker than you. You're trying to put her down and build yourself back up. Just like you're putting yourself up and putting her down by saying, I'm married now, but she's still with her baby daddy that I slept with, by the way, 3 times. And you want to tell her on Christmas because you used to be a vindictive bitch. Now, don't fuck around and let your husband turn around and leave your ass this Christmas. Because that karma gonna come. Just depends on when you want it. If you want it this holiday, that's okay. If you want it the next holiday, that's okay. You choose when you want that karma. I can't co-sign this, Cousin Faith. I can't do this. And there's nothing in this. This is normal sister colorism that we all went through, but I got light-skinned sisters. I have light-skinned sisters, and I love them. I will beat 10 bitches or more asses about them. I don't think I'm better. They don't think they're better. But I talk about colorism here because remember, colorism was painted as you're supposed to be the better person, but here you are just a tad bit lighter, but your soul is darker than your sisters. You jealous. You fucking jealous. And guess what? You're going to eat that shit. I'm on your sister's side. Fuck out of here.